Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. Today is going to be a massive episode. 2 games up against Amiens, a team that we have already beaten 4-0 this season. If we can beat Amiens over the 2 legs, we will be playing in the Ligue next season. Last episode, we managed to beat Le Havre and Nancy to get to this point. I thought beating Nancy meant that we were going to be getting Ligue 1 football regardless. Turns out, no. The playoffs means you have to then go into the relegation promotion playoff from Ligue 1. So, we are going to be up against Amiens. Like I said, a team we've already beaten 4-0 in the past this season. Just to remind you of that 4-0 victory, Andy Faustin, Gideon Waha with 2 and Rodrigue Ella also with a goal for us. Look at the numbers on the right hand side. Look at that starting lineup. The only difference that we are probably going to have is Huysman is probably not going to be playing. It's probably going to be Babatore. Last season's League 2 champions Amiens are currently sat, I think they're not bottom of Ligue 1, but they're definitely down there, which is why they're obviously in this relegation playoff. We need to beat them at home first. 3,575 tickets have been sold out of 5,000. You would have hoped this would have been a sellout, but apparently this match isn't even big enough to get 5,000 people into our stadium. The starting lineup, you can all probably name it by now. Dylan Silva in goal, Silla, Torre, Ella and Chihuahua as the back 4. Hebert, Sissoko and Waha as the defensive midfielders, with Wallace as the attacking midfielder. Alan Viral and Andy Faustin will be the strikers. Faustin's 2 goals in the last episode, in the last match actually, meant that he did technically win the Golden Boot for League 2, which is a little bit unfair because the other players behind him didn't get to play as many games as he did. I am recording this at the same time as the previous episode. I have calmed down a little bit. I've gone and got myself a cup of tea. So I'm hopefully a little bit calmer for the moment until we possibly start scoring some goals. Then it's going to get a little bit more exciting. Already I'm liking the fact that we've got the League 1 sponsor boarding around the stadium. That looks quite nice. Maybe next season that can stay. 10 minutes in, and Gideon Waha has picked up an injury. That is a terrible piece of news, a bruised knee. 2 of their players have also picked up an injury. Nothing else is happening, though. Free kick for Amiens. Mendoza goes for goal, and he has scored an absolute screamer. Steven Mendoza has put Amiens 1-0 up. Dylan Silva possibly could have got on the end of that, but we are 1-0 down at home against Amiens. Goalkeeper really shouldn't have been that far off his line, should he? Not the start that we wanted. Chihuahua now with the throw. Tries to find Waha, but can't do it. Hebert forward to Wallace. Across to Sissoko. Waha's there if he wants him. Finds Chihuahua instead. Just about keeps it in play. Wallace. Giovanni Chihuahua. Bit of space crosses in. Andy Faustin is there. It's in the net. The ball's literally in the net. And it's not been a goal. I don't understand. Approaching half-time, and we are not playing particularly well at the moment. Silla to Viral, into the Brazilian Wallace. Viral gets the ball back. Silla again, only one in the box. Wallace gets the ball, takes a few touches. He's hit the bar, and they've managed to clear their lines. Half-time, and it's not exactly been an exciting game of football. We have been arguably the better side, but Steven Mendoza's goal for Amiens has meant that they do have the lead. I'm not going to do any subs at half-time, but you can see here, a 6.4 for Viral, a 6.6 for Faustin, 6.6s and 6.5 sort of all over the board. That seems to be, we're having a consistency problem right now. First highlight of the second half, and it's taken a little bit longer than normal. Amiens with the ball on the right. Otero all the way across to the left back, Sai, who picked up a yellow card early on in the game. Mendoza back to Sai again. Sissoko's just gone through the back of him. Apparently, that wasn't really a highlight. I'm going to give them a demand more. We need a goal. We need to equalise. A 1-1 draw at home isn't terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. Just past the hour mark, Viral is coming off. Kalen de Messi is going to be coming on. Hopefully the Faustin de Messi partnership can do something. Sissoko's also going to come off for Teddy Buriad. We're just not playing very well. Look at the numbers. Chihuahua, 6.3. What's happened to you? Final 15 minutes of the game. Chihuahua's gone up to a 6.7. That's good, but we're getting no highlights at all. Show some passion. Chihuahua's corner. The show some passion's still up there because it didn't click for some reason. Dreyer claims the ball. Long kick upfield, but Rodrigue Ella is going to get the ball first. Across to Boubacar Silla. Back in his white boots today. Forward to Buriad. Hebert Buriad again. Chuacha's got some space in front of him if somebody can spot him. Faustin's going to win the header. No, he doesn't win the header. And our Amiens can break. Otero with the ball on the right has to go backwards to Roulier. Roulier forward. Heber intercepts it. Gideon Waha, who's been playing with that bruised knee for most of the game. Buriad. Faustin. Demessi's there. Kalen Demessi with his 6th goal of the season has put us right back into this tie. We've got 8 minutes left. If we can get a winner, that would be perfect. We've got 5 minutes left. We're going to do a sub. I don't know what I'm going to do. Possibly Waha off for Baboy Traore. Waha, obviously, he's been injured for the majority of this game. I think that's probably just a kind thing to do to him. 20 seconds left, so it looks like the first leg is going to end 1-1, which means we have to go to Amiens, to a ground where we've won 4-0 in the past, and just try and get a victory. Mendoza with the ball, gets tackled by Buriad. Hebert can clear the ball upfield. It is all over, it is 1-1. So, the second leg, it is all to play for. Hopefully, we're a lot better in the second leg, and we don't have to rely on a lucky Kalen Demessi goal to keep us in the tie. Gideon Waha is out for 1 day. Good, which means Gideon will be back for the second leg. Ah, that's not good. Chuacha and Hebert are going to be suspended for that match. Balls. Match number 2, playoff second leg. 5 players away on international duty. Are those actual proper players that played for them? Yes, they are. They are missing 5 very important first team players. Were they missing them? They were probably missing them in the last match as well, but the players that have gone, 37 appearances for him, 35, 39 and 10 goals. They're top scorers away on international duty. Godos has got 40 appearances and 7 goals as well. Their backup left back is also on international duty. That's a lot of players to be missing. The starting lineup then is going to be very similar. There's only one change in it. So Silva in goal, Silla, Torriella and Chuacha as the back four. As always, Hebert will be the defensive midfielder in what will be his final ever game in a Dunkerque shirt. Buriad has come in for Sambu Sissoko, who basically, he's not been playing particularly well compared to some of the other players, so I thought let's give Teddy Buriad a chance to shine in the final game of the season. Gideon Waha will be the box-to-box midfielder. He's almost fully fit, 85%. I think he should probably be okay. Wallace will be the advanced playmaker with Alan Varau and Andy Faustin as the front two, who have 40 goals between the pair of them so far this season. Gideon Waha, our third top scorer, with 11. That's a lot of goals for a box-to-box midfielder. Amiens are playing a very weird formation, actually. It could be this big space here. That fits quite nicely for those 3 players. So we might have a lot of possession of the ball. Although they are also playing extremely defensive as well. All we need to do is win. And hopefully, like I said in the last match, as long as this performance is better than the last one, this is fine. If we just a 1-0 victory, that's all I want really, a 1-0 victory. If we get 4, like we did last time we played them away from home, that'll be ideal. 6 minutes, and we've got the first action. Faustin with the ball, crosses in, it's not the best cross, and Mendoza can now run clear. The goal scorer from the last match keeps going. Toure with a wonderful tackle, but El Adrissi gets the ball, crosses in, and they are at the back post, and Amiens have scored, although we are going to VAR. We are going to go for VAR, we're going to see whether he was offside or not. Please be offside. So this is the decision. There's a great tackle. Is that what we're seeing? No, we're not. So Adrissi crosses in here. Are we going to see whether he was offside or not? What are we checking here? Has the goal stood? I don't know whether the goal stood or not. He's offside, right? Is he onside? I don't know what the red line and the yellow line means. The goal stood. Balls. This is a highlight straight after the goal, though. So, Silla with the ball for us, crosses in. Faustin's there, goes for goal. It's questionable goalkeeping, but he does manage to claim the ball. So, we are 1-0 down, thanks to some weird VAR stuff. El Adrissi with the free kick. Otero with loads of space on that right-hand side. Runs in towards the goal. Silla makes a save. Mendoza gets the ball. Boubacar Silla with a great tackle as well. 21 minutes on the clock. And Wallace has gone and got himself injured. What has he done? What has happened to you? Potential foot injury. Edgaras Utkas is going to have to come on. That could be a game decider. I think Wallace coming off and Utkas coming on could be potentially horrific for us. Chuacha with the throw towards Hebert, but he doesn't get there. Hebert does manage to run down the ball, but he's going to have to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper probably. Toure. Ella, Torre again. Chiracha has loads of space if someone can just spot him. Instead, they've gone forward towards Viral, who's not going to get there. He does get there in the end, actually. Silla with the ball. Viral once again. Utkas forward. Silla on the right-hand side. It's only got Faustin in the middle. It's in the back of the net. Andy Faustin hasn't scored it. It's an own goal. Razvan Horj with the own goal. We are back in the game once again. We need to get in front. So far in this entire tie, we have not been in front. It's always been on the back foot, trying to chase. Waha with a free kick for us. It's deep. Faustin's there. It's over the bar. That could have been the time where we took the lead. Boubacar Silla has picked up a knock. That's not good. Mendoza with a free kick for Amiens. Something or other. Mendoza runs inside, goes for goal, puts it into the back of the net. We are once again behind against Amiens. Half time, and we have had the majority of the play, but 2 goals from Czech Timite and Steven Mendoza mean that Amiens are 2-1 up at the moment. Don't tell them the pressure is off. Give them a passion. Come on, we've been the better team here. Didn't actually make a difference, did it? One thing I've just realised, I was expecting a couple of players to be suspended for this game because they were told that they were going to be suspended. They're not suspended. You've probably already worked that one out. Although the way Chirac is playing, I wish he probably was suspended. Let's give him a demand more. See if that's going to change anything. Viral's on a 6.4. Get off the pitch, Viral. Kalen Demessi, is he going to do the same thing that he did in the last match? We're also going to do Adil Azbagou for Giovanni Chiracha. That is all of our subs done now. So we just need to hope that we can get another goal in this game. Otherwise, we are playing League 2 football for another season. Amiens have done all their subs as well. Waha with a corner, 15 minutes to play. The keeper misses it completely. Hebert gets the ball, plays it back to Rodrigue Ella, all the way back to Adil Azbagou. Towards Waha on the right. He's got 2 in the middle. It's cleared. Beauregard now can clear it further for Amiens. Mendoza's running onto it. Is it going to be 3-1 to Amiens? They've got 2 in the box. Torre's there. It's almost 3-1. It is wide of the post. That was a hectic little highlight. I've given them another show some passion. Hopefully it's going to work. We've got 5 minutes to play. We need a goal. We're just going to have to throw everything at it. We have no choice. We've got 10 seconds to play. We are not going to be getting promoted. After all the excitement in the last episode, Silla with the ball runs forward. The full-time whistle goes. And we have failed to get promoted to Ligue 1. Oh, that sucks so bad. We were the better side. 13 shots, 5 on target, 63% possession. We just could not score. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. I was kind of, in the back of my mind, I was there going, actually, if we're in Ligue 1, we're going to get a huge chunk of money from television rights and all that nonsense. But no, we miss out. So next season, it's going to be another season in League 2. It's going to be another hard season because I don't think we're going to do anywhere as well as what we've done this season, next season. I think next season we're probably going to be mid-table. Wallace twisted his ankle, not that it makes too much difference. Boubacar Silla has got a tight calf as well. So we picked up £500,000 for that. What does that mean for the finances? It's still £1.4 million in debt. We're going to go forward a few days until we get the end of season awards and all that nonsense. The transfer window is currently open. The transfer window for next season is open. We've already had a couple of bids for a few of our fringe players for loans and things. So far, I've just kind of rejected all of them because unless I definitely know they're going, I'm not really in the right mindset yet. I need to wait until we know how much money we're going to have next season and so on. Players inducted into the overall best 11 then. So, who are the new ones that we see? Gideon Waha was the pick of 4 players. Yep, I completely agree. Waha has been an absolute hero this season. He's made it into the team. Alan Viral, Dylan Silva on the bench, Rodrigue Ella as well on the bench. I think looking at that starting lineup there, that 4-4-2 diamond formation, it's starting to look like a very familiar starting lineup that we've been playing pretty much for the last 2 seasons. End of season awards. Player of the season goes to Giovanni Chiracha, Boubacar Silla in second, Andy Faustin in third. Not a huge amount really between the top 3. Gideon Waha's goal against Amiens back at the start of the season gets goal of the season. Rodrigue Ella was the signing of the season, not Gideon Waha. I don't understand. That has to be Gideon Waha winning player of the season, or signing of the season, sorry. If I was picking the awards, Waha would be the one sat there, not Rodrigue Ella. Young player of the season goes to Andy Faustin as well. Let's take a quick look at some stats as well. Faustin, top goal scorer with 22. Top goal scorer in the league as well. Silla, 7.5 average rating. 13 assists each for Chiracha and Silla as well. That's insane. 88% pass completion from Hebert. Chiracha, 6 man of the match awards. A whole load of yellow cards for Hebert. 13 yellow cards. And 6 players, is that 5 players picking up red cards as well? That team of the season there is the team that we played in the last however many games, isn't it? So let's take a look at the Gideon Waha goal against Amiens then. This was when we beat them 4-0. If only we could have done it again. It starts then deep in the Amiens half. Wallace with the ball across Waha. Doesn't even think about it. Curls it into the top corner. He scored a lot of goals like that throughout the season. Dunkerque season review? Nothing. Literally nothing. It's just a blank space for someone to quote something else, apparently. So weirdly, we have this Ligue 1. So how well did we do in that? We didn't. We weren't in that league. Finishing 5th in Ligue 2. We get to the Coupe de France 9th round, the quarter-final of the Coupe de la Ligue. Arguably, this season here has been the best season. This has been 1,000 times better than I could ever have hoped. I was expecting to be in a relegation fight. Instead, we nearly get to a Coupe de la Ligue final. We get to a playoff final to potentially enter Ligue 1. I think it's been a pretty good season. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. What are we going to do next season? Because, did we go same level of ambition? Playoffs? I think we can finish in the top half. Let's go top half. Perfect. That is right. Because obviously we've overperformed this season. If I went for relegation, they would have been annoyed. If I went for promotion, they would have been annoyed. So I kind of just went, let's go with the middle ground. That is exactly the sort of reaction that I wanted. Perfect. End of season review. I am pretty much untouchable. Club finances is a huge problem, but hopefully we're going to see soon, we're going to get a new transfer budget and stuff like that, which might actually help us out. I'm guessing this is team of the season, and Dylan Silva, Chiracha and Silla are going to be the only 3 representatives for us, which I think is a bit harsh. I would have personally stuck Andy Faustin in there as well, instead of Kura, because Faustin did score more goals. I don't know what this award is for, possibly top assists of the season. It goes to Benjamin Cornet of Le Havre, but 2nd and 3rd place, Giovanni Chiracha and Boubacar Silla for us. So I'm taking that as a win. Andy Faustin wins top goal scorer, 34 appearances, 20 goals. He did it thanks to the match in the playoff final, didn't he? It's time for me to take a bow. Manager of the season. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I would give that to myself, because I think I've done a bloody good job this year. Another team of the season. I don't know what this one is, but it's a different formation. Silva, Chiracha and Silla once again the 3 representatives of Dunkirk in there. And I don't know what these awards are. So, we've got the Étoile de France Football de Ligue 2. Boubacar Silla, 2nd place. And the best goalkeeper, maybe? Goes to Dylan Silva. There's a lot of awards happening in League 2 and I don't understand them. We've been hit with a tax bill because we've apparently made a profit this season. I'm not really sure how, but that's pretty awful. Commercial summary, we've got a new sponsorship deal with a local company. A local company worth 50k. Is that it? That's pretty bad. New scout budget, that's not what we're after. The next one's what we're after. We have got wage budget of £71,000. That's good. That is very good because we are under that right now. So we've now got a little bit of wiggle room next season to actually try and sign some slightly better players. But the whole annoying professional wage cap, everyone needs to be getting paid £1,900 a week, which means even like an 18-year-old player who I'm signing from the Ivory Coast needs to be getting paid £1,900 a week, which is way, way too much money for us. We've also delayed our expansion. The stadium is currently 5,000-seater and can go up to 7,350. Have the rules changed on that? I don't think they have. Okay, maybe they have. So the recommended stadium capacity is still 8,000. We've got the 5,000 seating capacity, but we do need another 3,000 seats or stands or some place for people to attend. Well, this has been a long old season because I've just noticed, if you look up here, we are very close to the beginning of the new season. We are literally a week away from the beginning of the new season. That's just insane. The fixtures, I think, may have already been sorted out. Hold on. No, they haven't. Or have they? I don't know. But apparently, we might have a match in 16 days. I guess then we are going to end this episode here, this season here, It has been extremely successful, all being a little bit disappointing right at the end. Next season is going to be a long, hard season. Can we see, actually? Are we allowed to see this? Can we go profiles and season preview, or is that for the current season? That's for the current season because, yeah, we're down there in 20th place. We've definitely overachieved. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back probably tomorrow with the start of Season 4 with USL Dunkirk.